we are jumping on our very first overnight flight. But before we do, we have to say goodbye to paradise here at Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, Hawaii. All right, first overnight flight experience.
Yes.
What are your initial thoughts before we get there?
If I can sleep, it's going to be great. And if I can't, tomorrow's going to be rough.
Anything that you have prepared yourself for or you have question marks in your head for?
I have my neck pillow, so I don't fall asleep like this. And I think that's about it. The rest is just hopes and dreams.
So with that, I will say we did splurge for first class, but it's a wide body, so it's actually like the lie flat seat. So the whole sleeping like this thing, when you're flat, I don't know that happens. So we did splurge for that, so we are excited. It's been a really long time since I've had a seat like this, and even that one was not this nice of a seat.
Oh, it's been so long.
I don't know what I've been doing with my life. So one thing I'm actually kind of curious about is, given that we're in first class now, but it's still a domestic, but it's a wide body, do we get access to the lounge? We're getting there a little early because we have nothing better to do. Also, our flight doesn't take off until 6:45 at night, and then it lands tomorrow morning in Dallas-Fort Worth at about 6 a.m. So that's the overnight part. Now we do gain 4 hours in that process, so it's like we're taking off closer to like 11 o'clock at night. But hopefully we get the lounge because we're going to be there with like 3 hours to spare. And there is no like Amex lounge or that kind of stuff. So Admirals Club would come in real handy right about now. So a quick little update. We have made it through security. God bless business class and first class because you get to go through the priority line, which makes it go a little faster. We do have TSA pre-check. Little tip, if you are leaving Honolulu or any of the Hawaiian Islands, you have to do an agricultural check. They want to make sure you're not taking stuff back to the mainland. Also, we were able to get into the Admirals Club with our ticket. So if you book a first class or business class ticket on a wide body airplane out of Honolulu back to the mainland, you should get access to the Admirals Club, which is nice because now we can sit and get a little work done. We still have about an hour and a half before we nearly need to leave here and head towards the gate. So they do have free drinks and food. Most of the food is Asian inspired. Take that with what you may. And they have some little small bites. But the alcohol as well as sodas, water, there's some teas are also all included. All right. The Admirals Club Lounge at Honolulu International Airport. It is adequate.
It was a lounge, in fact.
It was a good spot to hang out. The seats were comfy. They had plenty of food and beverages. The food just was kind of mediocre at best, but that's
It's
kind
a
of
small selection, too.
and mostly Asian. So a lot of curry, a lot of Asian inspired stuff. So if that's not your jam, grab some food before you go up. But we are headed off to get ready to board. Are you excited about your first live flight experience?
Yes, I'm tired.
So one thing is we don't actually have window seats this time.
That's right.
Because we're in business class, or lie flat pods, we picked the middle ones so that we could be next to each other and put the little divider down. I don't know how much we're going to be able to talk or see each other. Probably not, considering someone's hoping to be asleep.
Also, it's overnight, so it would be dark out anyways. We wouldn't see much.
Lights in the ocean.
Yeah.
So just as a heads up, you're not going to get takeoff and landing videos like we normally do. What's happening? We're going home.
Yes.
Cross over and hang a right.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to do a quick seat tour. So you have a screen that I will get going here in a little bit. We'll go into that more detail. We have a nice tray table. We actually have, I've already jammed stuff in here, but we have storage cubbies down here. That also controls the screen. It is touchscreen power, USBs, all that other stuff. I've got my glasses and things because this is an overnight flight. More storage for some of the literature and all that. That's our little Amenity pack. You have a little bit of storage down there. Nice big seat cubby. And behind me, we have a little light. Yeah, just overall pretty good. I will say one thing is, like in the business class seats here, they're a little low, so you kind of see around the rest of the cabin.
Are we ready? I think this is my first Amenity kit. Got some socks. There is an eye mask in here. Socks. They're not the hospital grippy socks, but I was kind of afraid we might get earplugs for if he snores. Lip balm, and I appreciate the portions here. Lip balm and hand and body lotion are the same size. A little glasses cleaner and a toothbrush. There you go. I'm impressed. We can do this again. Lots of space. I mean, it's comfortable, but I'm comfortable in a lot of places, so I didn't expect to be uncomfortable.
So something that's kind of unique about this flight is we're actually carrying a fallen soldier on board. So to the right of Lauren is an Army officer that is responsible for taking him to his final resting place. So that's kind of a unique thing you don't see very often. They just did something kind of cool where when they loaded up the soldier, him as well as the pilots went out to pay honor to him, and then they did a little thing over the PA. So that was really cool.
Flight vests are located under, next to, or between your seats. For help locating them, or safety card.
It is officially incredibly difficult to see me, but it's time for nighty-night. Lauren's already pretty much asleep. I'm going to see what I can get as far as sleep. I'm not that great at going to sleep in the evenings on airplanes, but we'll see. Well, good morning. I think I probably slept for about, I don't know, maybe 3 hours or so. Maybe 4. Kind of off and on. Couldn't really get comfortable. I'm a bigger person, and the lie flat mode of this seat isn't necessarily the greatest, but I will say I pretty much went almost completely lie flat with a little bit of an incline, and that worked out perfectly because then my shoulders cleared the sides of the seat. But it's hard to go back in the plane in economy whenever you've done this. So we'll see how Lauren does after this being her first one. But actually got some rest. Not as much as I was hoping for, but did get some rest. We only have about 30 minutes left in the flight. They just brought a little snack breakfast by. I'm so full. I didn't have any, so I just had a quick cup of coffee. Yeah. So let's check in with Lauren.
That was really nice to be able to lay down and get some decent rest. It certainly wasn't like a full night's sleep or anything, but it was much more than I would have gotten sitting up in a seat in the rest of the flight. Anyway, so I'm glad that we were able to do that, and I think it was a really good idea to put this at the end of the trip so that when we arrive home, we're not just totally zonked. As far as breakfast, they brought a little fruit and yogurt platter, things that I enjoyed, so I appreciated that. Coffee, we need to work on their coffee brewing skills, but they provided coffee, and that's a good thing. And home is minutes away, and we can brew a pot of coffee when we get there.
All right, we have made it back to the truck.
Yep, one step.
Okay, so I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So this has been your first kind of long haul flights.
Yes.
How is that compared to like a typical domestic flight in the US for you?
To me, it's a whole different ballgame a little bit because, like, when we fly to Tampa or something, or, we're talking 2 or 3 hours. It's not like a whole day event. And so, whereas this was like 8-ish hours, give or take, either way. And so that's most of your day. So finding a way to use that, like sleeping on the way back,
Filled some of your time.
Well, and it also makes you a little bit more prepared for when you land.
Sure. Maybe for you it did.
Yeah, exactly. And so I felt like it was a better use of time to be able to do something like that. So
then what was so we flew premium economy on the way out.
Yeah.
You've flown economy plenty of times. You know how that is. And now your first business class, first class, because it was domestic.
Right.
Lie flat pod thing.
Right, because we've done first class before, but it wasn't...
Not the lie flat pods.
Not the lie flat pods.
The traditional domestic first class.
Yeah.
What's your thought on that?
The food was significantly different in business class versus the premium economy. I think to me that was, yes, the seat, but like the food was markedly different.
See, and for me, this is funny because I wanted you, because it doesn't matter as much about the seat for you. I know you're more comfortable in the business class seat.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the day, you were also perfectly comfortable in the premium economy seat, whereas I was a little more scrunched for space, and like my back was kind of hurting near the end of that trip.
Right. And also, even in the lie flat pod, I took a nap for like 20 minutes and then I sat it up and slept sitting up the rest of the way.
Yeah, so for some reason they didn't give us they typically give you like a mattress liner cover thing, and that helps smooth out all the cracks in the seat and all that stuff. Like for me, my shoulder hit right into one of them. And so like I didn't get padding on my shoulder. That's why they give those to you. And I guess because it's a domestic flight, or maybe it was only because it was like 7.5 hours versus 10, they didn't give us one, which was odd for some reason.
Yeah.
But I will say that's par for the course with American. They seem to like do really well on one thing and then just completely miss the mark on another.
And I will say the cracks didn't bother me, but to your point, like the little appetizer we got was a beef of some sort that was actually really good. And then in my opinion, the steak that was the main entree was really bad.
I don't know.
To me, it was.
So the quality of the beef, you have to take some of that with a grain of salt, because the chilled thing can be fully prepared on the ground. Right. And so it's cooked properly. When they cook the steaks up there, they cook them to rare, and then they have to reheat them, so they finish cooking them in the air, and that's never good for a red meat.
No.
When you do that. So anyway, for me, the seat alone is worth the upgrade.
Sure. I get that.
It's just so dang expensive is the only thing. And I will say we paid with points for all of this. So we did it systematically. It's why we flew premium economy on the way out and then business on the way here, and not business the whole way or premium the whole way.
Yeah.
Was we knew that we wanted to try and get some sleep, and that gave us the best opportunity. I would not have slept in premium economy 1 week.
No, you wouldn't have.
So
I would have.
And I do think it's a cost versus comparison, or cost versus value, for everybody individually. For me, it's one of those where it's like I've kind of learned to listen to my body on airplanes. And now I know how long can I be in an economy seat? How long can I be in an economy plus seat? How long can I be a premium economy seat versus first class or business class, depending on the flight and all that. And for me, anything a little bit more long haul, the business class becomes a little more of a necessary thing. Otherwise, I'm spending the first day or two of my trip kind of in pain.
Yeah, and I hear all about it.
So, but that's just how we have to plan travel around that kind of stuff. And, I don't think that that's magically going to get better. If I lost 100 pounds, it's not going to change my shoulder width and those types of things. So,
anywho.
All right. We are tired. It is 7 a.m. and
some of us are more tired than others.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Time zones are not good to me. All right, we are going to head home. Thank you so much for joining us. If you like this video and you haven't seen our premium economy video, check it out. It's right here on the screen. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed Hawaii. We did. Bye.